Now, your SkyWarn 13 weather forecast.
Well, dry weather continuing across the area for today. We did have a couple of spot showers earlier on, but no signs of those right now. We'll go into tonight dry. Still feeling a little bit uncomfortable outside. Part of it is that haze that reduces not only the visibility but makes the air feel a little bit heavier, and if you exert yourself you might find it's a little difficult to breathe, and that's why those sensitive groups need to limit their time outdoors. Certainly doing any type of strenuous activity not advised. Tonight we will see these temperatures drop from the low 80s down through the 70s, I should say this evening, and then overnight we'll be dropping down through the 60s. Some places should be down back in the upper 50s tomorrow morning. Rain chances, well, they are mostly well to the south now. Northeastern Iowa, grazing parts of southern Minnesota, but for us, we're likely to stay dry. You can see this flow with clouds coming down from the north, and that is resulting in more of these hazy conditions with those fires burning up in Canada. 81 degrees right now. We have a mostly cloudy sky, but it is allowing for filtered sunshine. Winds east just under 10 miles per hour, dew point in the upper 50s, so it does feel a little bit sticky outside, especially again if you're working outdoors, and our pressure 29.91 inches. We're still the warmest part of the state today. Low 80s from Eau Claire westward to the cities, over down towards La Crosse, and then over the northern and eastern parts of Wisconsin, it is noticeably cooler. In fact, some places near the lake are only in the 60s. Dew points have come up in parts of the area, mostly in the 50s and low 60s. Meanwhile, the eastern part of the state, the air is noticeably drier, and that is around that big high that's up to the north, helping to pull down some of that drier air from Canada. So I do think our dew points will continue to trend downwards as we head through the next couple of days. Here's the upper level flow. This is important for two things. Number one, and primarily what we've been dealing with, is the haze, and this is why we're seeing it. So we have some of those fires burning out in the west, we have some burning off towards the east, and look at the upper level flow, because what happens is this smoke rises into the atmosphere at the source and then follows this upper level flow. So it rides around the high. You can see these lines of pressure here. Well, they come straight from the north, so that is guiding this smoke right into the upper Midwest, into the Great Lakes, into the Northeast, and these are the areas that are dealing with these hazy and smoggy conditions because of those fires. Meanwhile, the upper level ridge has overall been persistent for the last 2 or 3 weeks for the most part, and this is allowing for hot weather right underneath it, building up into Canada, fueling some of those additional fire concerns. We need to have that pattern break down, and that also is why we're not really seeing any chances for rain. Now, we also have a surface high pressure up to our north. This will build into the Great Lakes, and then to the south we have a little bit of a front, pretty weak one off to our west. That's the one that came through yesterday from the north. Now, as we go through tonight and tomorrow, we could see some of those clouds filling back in. Any rain chances, unfortunately, stay farther west. The clouds give way to sunshine as we go into later morning and afternoon. It will be a little bit cooler, and we're going to keep that trend going as we head on into Thursday, as the dry weather also continues until about Friday. Late in the day, there could be a shower or thunderstorm as the next cold front starts to come our way. Out ahead of that, warming up again, and then at night we'll have a few showers and storms. A slight chance continues into Saturday, but I don't perceive the weekend, at least the start of the weekend, to be wet at this point for any outdoor activities.
Right. We get it during the weekend, which nobody wants.
Right.
During the weekend,
Well,
but
it looks like
it.
the best chances come at night, but that's not a great time to have a lot of activity, so that's not in our favor either.
Right. All right. Thanks, Darren.
Yeah.